Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for mid-September 2024. We are going to jump right in here. You start off with this stars and timing card and this magical protection card. A lot of people, there's been a ton of protection cards in this set of readings. So, it seems to me like it's a time of protection, or, it could be a time where people need to protect themselves from, lower energies or whatever you want to call it. You start with the Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Did I say Six of Wands? I meant to say the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is about, I feel like you need to see something. Just looking at this, Ten of Wands to the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is clear for the first time. She only has clouds halfway up her body, and so it kind of represents the fact that she is seeing things clearly for the first time in her life. And so I feel in the Ten of Wands, he has all these wands in front of his face. So, because he is too focused on all the stuff that he has to do, he is not seeing how close to his goal he actually is. And, you can see those wands are covering up his face there. And so, personally, I read the Ten of Wands as a good card, because he planted those wands. Those wands are his harvest. And he is very close to his goal, which is reaching that home in the background. But having said that, again, with this current setup, I kind of feel that some of you, maybe there are certain responsibilities, or there are some things that you're doing that you need to kind of create more time, is what I'm getting. And, again, I don't know what all of you do for a living, or, what you do day to day. But, the Ten of Wands can sometimes just be being busy for busyness sake. And it says, do you need to be so busy, or are there certain responsibilities that you can release? Because I feel if there are some things that you're doing that you don't need to be doing, and if you could release those responsibilities, you could gain a lot of clarity. And the Queen of Swords is all about gaining clarity on your direction in your life, or gaining clarity on what you're doing in your life. And then right after the Queen of Swords, we go to the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups could be love, and, there absolutely could be love coming in for you. But the Knight of Cups, he also has a dream, and he's standing in the desert here, and he has this water that's flowing in front of him. If he planted seeds in front of that water, they would grow. So if you have a dream, or something that you're trying to manifest or create in your life, I kind of feel this is saying there are some responsibilities, or there are some things that you need to do to create more time for yourself. And, that's kind of what I feel like you could be very focused on, or that's what you should be doing, is, focusing on creating a lot of time, or creating more time for yourself. Now, what I would say is that there could, there could be some extra work that you have to do to set this up, is what I would say. So it's like sometimes, sometimes we have to do a lot of setup. Like I'm working on a startup right now, right? And it's a ton of work. It sucks up, pretty after I do my readings, it sucks up all day, every day. And I've been working on it like crazy, right? But I'm building it for the hopes that it will provide more free time in the future. So I feel for a lot of you, that's what's going on here, is that it's like, yeah, you might have to do a lot of work, but it could lead to more free time in the future. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is fortune's turning in your favor. I really feel like, it's kind of funny because I've noticed that, astrologers are kind of like 50-50 on this Pisces eclipse that we're about to have on Tuesday, the 17th. Like some of them say that it's good. Some of them are saying that it's going to be rather challenging because it is emotional. It has to do with emotions, and we have Neptune and Saturn in Pisces as well. But, what I have noticed in the readings is that they seem very positive for this time. And even the eclipse readings were positive. Now, the interesting thing is that all of them have also said that there is something emotional going on. You have the Five of Pentacles to the Eight of Cups also showing up here. So it could still be emotional. And it could be a negative emotion as well. It's like maybe you're sad, or maybe you're sad that you have to walk away from something or whatever. But I also feel that there could be a blessing because of that. And so, again, looks pretty good to me. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Empress. Yep, more abundance, creating more abundance in your life. All these readings have been very abundant as well. And again, like I say, this does not mean that you're just going to magically be abundant. There are things that you have to do to get this abundance. And the first one being releasing too many responsibilities. I always like to say that the Empress, she is not doing too much. All she has to do is wave that scepter in front of her, and the wheat in front of her will grow. So she isn't like struggling or stressing herself out or doing too much work to get that wheat to grow. And the Ten of Wands is the total opposite. Ten of Wands is doing too much work, stressing yourself out, not seeing the forest through the trees, and all that other stuff. So I think simplification would be a good idea for you. Yes, with the Knight of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands again. So definitely, this could say that, something that you want to manifest or create in your life is going to be a lot easier than you think, but you need to make sure that you also aren't making it too hard. And, again, I would make sure that you're doing that with this energy. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this request card and this awaken card. I literally feel you could be getting something that you have requested from the universe. So if you have made a wish, or if you have asked the universe to bring something in for you, I literally feel you are being led to it. I feel a little bit of resistance here with the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold. Really, the Five of Pentacles has a very easy solution, which is to not call attention to your weaknesses. With the Five of Pentacles, we need to really make sure that we are doubling down on the things that we're good at. We have to double down on our strengths. And that's what I feel like the Five of Pentacles is encouraging you to do, is to double down on the things that you're good at in life. I also feel that, again, I feel like there's some resistance. It's like, the best way I could describe the feeling I get here on the Five of Pentacles is sometimes people ask me, they'll say like, oh, I've been working on manifesting money, but I just lost a bunch of money. And I'm like, and I always tell those people, like, yeah, that might be one of the steps. It's, as uncomfortable as that sounds. Sometimes when you try to manifest money, the universe is like, okay, they want money. I have to get them fired from this job so that they can go get the thing that is actually going to bring them the money. And I'm not saying you're going to get fired or anything like that, but I kind of get that feeling here where it's like you are trying to do something and it seems like you're going in the wrong direction, but actually I feel like you're being led to exactly what you need to be led to. And but I feel there's more, like, you need to trust yourself and also double down on your strengths, right? You have the Death card. Again, every single person has had some sort of big transformation card in their reading, probably because of the eclipses. Definitely can eclipse things out of our lives, can bring major transformation. So I kind of feel the Death card is more collective. Everybody's either had the Death card or has had something very similar to the Death card. The good news about the Death card is this right here. We have this white rose on his banner, and that white rose represents the light at the end of the tunnel. So if you've been going through a difficult period of time, you could finally be making a transition, or making the transition you're hoping for. I feel like you should be more excited. This child right here on the Death card is the only person on the card that is like excited for the future. The child is holding some flowers up to the Death Rider, and it kind of represents the fact that children are usually excited by change or excited for new things. And so I feel like you should be excited for where you're headed. You have the King of Cups. I do feel a little love here, by the way. Knight of Cups, King of Cups, and then you, the King of Wands, which is Aries. So some of you could be attracting a King of Cups type person. Doesn't have to be a water sign. It could be any sign. The King of Cups has very strong emotions. We're talking about the positive, high vibration version of the King of Cups. He has explored his emotions to a very deep degree, and he's sitting in the middle of the ocean, and he is perfectly fine. The story of him is that he is sitting in the choppy waters here, but he doesn't let those choppy waters affect him. So again, a lot of you could be attracting a person who's very emotionally secure. I also do feel that a lot of you, Aries people, could be becoming more emotionally secure. It's like you have worked on your emotions and you're just healing through them. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Death card. Crazy. So many signs in this set of readings have had repeating cards again, which never happens. You might think this is very common, but it really is not very common. And you have the Death card twice here, so definitely a big transformation. I feel like you're starting to believe in yourself more with that Five of Pentacles. The problem with the Five of Pentacles is those people don't believe that they can change their situation. But what's interesting is then you go to the Eight of Cups, which is about walking away from something that is no longer serving you, and he is walking away from those 8 cups hoping that he is walking towards fulfillment. So again, I feel for a lot of you, it's almost like you're starting to believe that you are strong enough to have something. With the Death card, you have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, this right here is you becoming stronger. The Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare, and even going this way and this way, it looks like you're ending a cycle that has been a never-ending nightmare. So if you're in something that hasn't changed, it doesn't matter if it's a relationship, a business, or whatever it is, doesn't matter. I feel like this is you walking away from something that no longer serves you. It's like you walking away from something that is just taking too much time, or is taking too much effort, or is just not changing. The Nine of Swords never changes. He is in a situation that is just always the same. And so I see, I see this and this I see as a good thing because you're ending a negative cycle. Yes, with the King of Cups, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely love offer for sure. I felt it at the beginning of the reading. But if you want love, this could be a new person coming in for you. I feel like this is a very different person. I feel like this is going to be something that's very, it probably is going to be very dreamy. The two of you might even have like a very intuitive connection as well. And that could be why there's so much water here. Again, I don't think it has to be a water sign. If anything, it might be like an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo, one of the fixed signs with that Wheel of Fortune. But again, general reading, this could be any sign that is coming in for you. Next, in the area of what's messages from your future self, you have this African lynx. It says silence, body language, and prophecy. You have this capybara. It says selectiveness, group bond, and sway. So a lot of you, I feel like you're being more selective. I feel like you're listening to yourself more, and you're removing yourself from situations that no longer serve you. I also feel that you could be walking away from something in silence with the Eight of Cups. He is literally walking away in silence. And, the Eight of Cups is the only card in the tarot that has this eclipse on it. And so we have this eclipse. Eight of Cups always comes up during these times of eclipses. So it makes sense to me that you could be eclipsing something out of your life that no longer serves you. The whole point of the Eight of Cups is he has no clue where he's going. So he doesn't know if he is walking towards fulfillment or not. And the whole point of the Eight of Cups is that whatever he's been doing is just not fulfilling him any longer, and he knows he needs to make a change. So he's willing to take the risk of walking away from something he has, these 8 cups, to find something better. And I feel for a lot of you, you could be doing that. It's like you're walking away from something, you don't know if you're making the right decision. You just know that staying where you are is the wrong decision. So but this is a good thing. I feel like you're bossing up here. You have the Four of Swords. You have four Swords, resting, relaxing, recovering. I've been saying to people for weeks, right now at the end of the year especially, we're going to have a bunch of retrogrades at the end of the year as well. Mars will be going retrograde, and we have a bunch of retrogrades still, but mostly the outer planets, right? And, some of those planets will be going direct soon, so it doesn't really matter. But still, we're going to have, between now and like October 11th, we don't have any personal planets. Basically, Mercury, Venus, and Mars will not be going a retrograde between now and then. But then after that time, all of those planets will eventually go retrograde between now and the end of the year. And so, I think like getting... especially with Mars going retrograde. Mars is going retrograde in Leo, and Leo is vitality. It is life. So I've been telling people, if you want to get ahead of the energy, get extra sleep, get extra rest, take care of yourself, because, if you do that, you'll have more energy going into the end of the year, and you won't be so tired. You won't be so exhausted. You show up here at the end, so the King of Wands, this is your card, puts you in a position of power and strength, allows you to get what you want from the reading. It also really says that you're present with the energy and that you're working with this energy, so like I said, pretty good thing that this is showing up here. Let's see. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Chariot. Yeah, charging forward. This is really good. I feel that if you're walking away from anything, doesn't matter what it is, could be a job, could be a business, could be a relationship that is just not getting anywhere with that Nine of Swords, you are heading straight towards a victory. The Chariot is all about setting yourself apart, which I believe that this is a collective energy. I believe that we are in a time where we all should be doing things to set ourselves apart. He has this city behind him, and he is leaving that city behind him and he doesn't really know where he's going. He's just, he's just moving in a new direction. He has no clue what he's heading towards or where he's going. And I feel for a lot of you that it would be a really good time for you to like just keep moving towards where you're going. And the thing with the Chariot is that he is in alignment. So again, when we are in the Nine of Swords, we are not in alignment, because usually the Nine of Swords says that you're settling for a cycle that no longer serves you. But when you get into alignment, you get guided towards where you need to go. And that's what's going on here. With the Four of Swords, you have the Tower. Tower has shown up a lot in these readings. You also have the Death card. On the Death card, I'll show you. The king is dead underneath the Death Rider on the death card, and then we have the crown falling off the top of the tower. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was some sort of global tower moment, like a world leader stepping down or something like that at the end of the year here. Again, the tower's been coming up like crazy. It came up in all the eclipse readings. It's coming up in this reading, in this set of readings for like almost everyone, except for Taurus and Libra, were the only two signs that didn't have the tower in this set of readings, and I'm almost done. So, again, I think this could just be a global tower moment. And, to me, the tower is basically saying, don't freak out, right? I said it in the 2024 yearly readings that I felt like we're entering into a time where people could scream, the sky is falling, but really things aren't as bad as they seem. So, I keep telling people, like, I'm not saying don't pay attention. I'm not saying that you shouldn't correct the things that you can correct. But what I am saying is you might want to just slow things down. If someone's coming at you screaming like, oh my God, all this bad stuff is happening, it might not be true, right? I would slow things down and just kind of really stay grounded. With the King of Wands, you have the Hierophant, definitely a divine counterpart. You have the Hierophant and the High Priestess showing up in this reading. These two are divine counterparts, and I look at them as better divine counterparts than the Emperor and the Empress. They're like spiritual divine counterparts, so you could really be attracting a solid person. You have this seahorse that says watch and wait. You have, and again, tower, right? I think that the tower could be something global, and I would just slow things down. You have this peacock spirit says let it shine. I feel like you are shining at this time, Aries. And so I feel that for a lot of you that it would be a great time for you to shine your inner light, or for you to kind of put yourself out there in a big way. You have the High Priestess, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. The High Priestess is about trusting your intuition. The High Priestess and the good stuff would say that your new beginning has a lot of potential. And, again, a lot of these readings have talked about a new beginning because it's an eclipse, of course. Eclipse things out, and then we have a new beginning after. The High Priestess has no roof over her head, and it just represents a new beginning that has a lot of potential. Really what it represents is unlimited potential is what I meant to say with the High Priestess. Whatever she sets her mind to, she can accomplish there are no limits to how much she can accomplish. She just has to go and do it. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is normally no progress. He's normally being too cautious, and he's not planting seeds in that field behind him. But showing up in the good stuff, this would say that you are making a lot of progress towards a new beginning or on some sort of new beginning. And so I feel that there could be a lot of progress. You have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords and the good stuff would represent, number one, you not taking things too seriously. He has these polka dots on his cloak, and the polka dots in the tarot represent needing to not take things too seriously. They kind of represent needing to be more playful. But the good news is, it's showing up in the good stuff. So I kind of feel that you are slowing things down, that you are not taking things so seriously, which is allowing you to stay more flexible. The Seven of Swords would also say that you are discovering better ways of doing things. And again, someone asked me in an interview the other day, they said, what's the most common card that comes up? And I said the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords comes up like crazy nowadays, and I feel for a lot of you that basically the Seven of Swords is saying that you're finding better ways to do things. Can't make this up with the High Priestess. You have the Emperor. So you have the Emperor and the Empress, and the Hierophant and the High Priestess, definitely attracting a divine counterpart into your life. It could be a Taurus as well. You have Taurus here. I said Taurus, I think, a minute ago in your reading, so it could be a Taurus. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is being disappointed with the results that you're getting, but the Four of Cups coming up in the good stuff would say that you are happy with the results that you are getting in whatever area of your life you're getting results. So definitely a really good card for you to show up here. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Four of Swords again. So another repeating card, and also in the same diagonal as the Tower. So if you have had a Tower moment, it might be a good time to rest, relax, recover. But the Four of Swords in the good stuff can say that you are receiving the blessings. You are receiving the blessings from some sort of falling out. And again, with the Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups, Tower, it's like you could be walking away from something that is no longer serving you. You have this flirtation card. Yes, if you're flirting with a new person, definitely could be a solid new connection that's coming in for you here. You have this ostentation card. See, a lot of people have been getting this card as well. And this card is about being able to tell a difference between something that's real and something that's fake. So I feel that this eclipse could definitely be causing tower moments. Like I said, this eclipse is kind of like 50-50. It's like good, bad, good, bad in some way. And it could be exposing truth. And eclipses definitely can expose things. So, there could be some sort of truth coming out. You have this companionship card. Yes, you are definitely attracting a true companion if you are looking for love. You have this order card. I feel like you're bringing things into order. 10 of Wands twice, doing things too hard. I feel like you're bringing more order to your work, which is going to make you more efficient, which is going to give you more free time, which is going to set you free. So I think that there's like an order to the things that you're doing in your life. And then finally, you have this organization card. Yes, it might be a good time for you to just like focus on reorganizing things or having a little bit of organization to your day. I used to do my readings like whenever the hell I wanted, right? I would just do them whenever. And, it really slowed me down. It wasn't until every single morning I wake up super early and I do my morning routine and then I do my readings right away. And ever since I did that, I have like so much more time. It's not even funny. So, having a routine might be a really good idea for you with this energy, but pretty good reading here, Aries. It looks good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.